You have no free time. The no free time is replaced with being constantly busy with things you love, and you just forget about free time. People ask me a lot how I balance everything I do. Everything with YouTube, WaveChange, school, work, everything I do, art on the side, applying for colleges. How do I manage that and still have time for a life and not go crazy? How do I feel like I'm not overwhelmed all the time? How am I still happy? How am I not stressed? I get those questions a lot, and the reason I've never made a video about it before because it never just stuck to me too much. I always kind of just pushed it off. But I had a conversation with one of my friends, and they were telling me how they feel so overwhelmed with everything, with school, with work, trying to have a boyfriend, trying to apply for colleges. They want to do art on the side also, like all that. They just feel so overwhelmed doing everything, and they're not like they asked my advice, but they were just like we were having a conversation about it, and it got me thinking, how do I manage all of those things? It's just purely about organization and balance. The best thing I can say to you is getting a planner, buying some sort of book where you can write down everything you do each day, and this thing alone has changed my life. Just being able to see, like, today I need to do this, tomorrow I need to do this, so I can go to bed every night knowing I'm not have to worry about waking up tomorrow and missing something, forgetting that I have to do something. That is about, I'd say, 75% of how I'm not going crazy from doing all this stuff. My hair's kind of a mess. How I don't go crazy from doing all this stuff. Just having a planner, having somewhere to look every single day that I know what's on task and I got done when I need to get done. That's the organization part. It's along with the balance part, is finding the balance part goes along with that, but it more relates to making a list. Like, I have a list of basically what I just read off to you, the things I have to do, like the things I do, and then you weight those things. How much time do I need to put into YouTube? How much do I like that, or does it impact my life? And then the big factors you need to weigh in are how much I like it. That's the number one. If it's the thing you like the most, that's number one. Is this gonna benefit my future? I personally put it as number two. You might not, but personally, is it gonna benefit my future? And then how much time actually is it too time consuming? Those kind of things. Those are the three main things you have to now factor your list on. So, like, for example, YouTube, I weighted that as it's the top thing I like to do. It's my favorite thing, so that's first main priority. Now, school and work are kind of exemptions from these, because like obviously school and work aren't gonna be my favorite thing, but those weigh up a lot higher on for my future. So those school, work, YouTube are kind of all equivalents, because I need to do school, I need to work, I need to do YouTube. Those are the three high things. So I make sure I make time for those. Photo shoots, again, one of my top favorite things I like to do, and that's good for my future. That is very beneficial for my future and where I want to go in life. So make sure you make time for that. And then how much of each thing needs to have enough time. YouTube, I could just put down half an hour each day of YouTube, and I could get by on that, because that gives me enough time to film and then edit a little bit the first day. Then the next day it's purely editing, and you schedule everything and you make sure the weight and the time is all even, and then eventually you find your balance and you have no free time, but the no free time is replaced with being constantly busy with things you love, and you just forget about free time. I've been pushing myself 100% for about 5 months straight now, with YouTube, with everything I do on the side, school, work, and I wouldn't have it any other way. I haven't had a real free day in forever, because yeah, I might go out and hang out some days, but that doesn't mean before then, after then, I wasn't working at school, wasn't going home and doing YouTube straight for hours. Every day is constantly moving forward. Death is inevitable. No one can predict or stop death. So I want to create something. I want every day to be worth it. I don't want a single day to go by where it's like, oh, I just hung out this day. I want to be able to show something for each day. I love you all. Like, comment, subscribe, share this with your friends. Really, sharing is the big thing I want to put out there. I want everyone to get this content and get this point across. So share it with a friend. Tweet it out. If you retweet my pinned tweet on my Twitter, I'll love you, I'll retweet your shit, I'll like your shit, I'll help you out, whatever you need to do. If you have any projects in mind you would love to collaborate on, I love collaborating with anything, music, any sort of project. I love to just work with everyone. Reach me and somehow my email, somehow in the description. Alright, I'm out.